Hey guys, I am Thrift Store Dave, and this is my youngest son, and we are going to go this afternoon to the thrift store together to see if we can find some goodies, right? No? Well, we'll see. All right, let's go. Okay. Yeah, do you see hats? Hats? Look at all these. You want that hat? What color is that hat?
Red.
Red? Okay, what color is this hat over here? What color is it?
Blue.
Is that yellow?
Red.
Red, very good. So this is an Italian brand, Fly Flat. They are clog sandals. They go for 20 to 30 bucks a pair, and these are only $5. Having fun? Yeah? Okay, what did you find so far? Did you find a Caro?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you happy? Are you driving it?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you saying? Dubba dubba duh. Found some planes here. These go for in the 5 to 10 range. There's a few of them for $2. Came across these shoe trees made by Berkeley in Germany, and they are half price of $3. These go for 20 bucks. This is like a $20 bill right here. Okay, we've hit the toy mother load. Cole's found a car. Are you starting to get tired? You want to lick that? No, we can't lick that. Sorry. And we're out. All done. Hands out of your mouth, please. Good. Are we gonna get the door?
Yeah.
Okay. So, here we go. Okay, so we're out for $38, which is cheaper than a babysitter, right, Cole? What do you have to say? Yeah. Okay. Good.
Booga.
To the blue car. All right, guys, back here in the man cave, ready to go through what I was able to find on the pick. So minus the about $3 I spent on toys for my son, I was able to spend about 35 bucks, and I've got at least a couple $100 I think worth of goodies found. So real quick with some hats, I was able to spend $3 on a nice Kangol flat cap. These always go for more if they're in good condition. Hoping to make maybe 20 bucks on that. Also was able to grab a lightly worn safari hat that was made by Minnetonka. They are a brand that I've bought and sold in the past. If they're in good shape, they go for $20 to $30 a piece every time. You sometimes have to wait a little bit before you can move it along, but they always sell. So I always get them if the price is right. Just two more hats, and then I've got some other diverse items that are going to be very interesting. I was able to find this hat. It's the plain fedora at first inspection, but when you look closely, it has a tag that says obey. Okay. Now some of the leather on this is worn, but this is called Worldwide Propaganda Obey. So this brand makes hats that are very desirable, and people spend a lot of money on them in the $20 to $30 range. This one was $3.50, so I figured I'd had at least a $20 margin to buy this hat. And when I looked, I couldn't find a lot of comps for it. So if someone collects this type of hat but does not have a fedora, my hope is that that can propel it to be more valuable to someone. This last hat is by a company called Betmar. So it's a women's hat company. I don't buy a lot of women's hats because A, I don't know much about them, and B, I have other stuff I'm more interested in buying. But when you see a hat that looks like this, you're not going to pass it up if it's $2. You're just not. This one was $1.25. So it looks ridiculous. I might even wear it for a second just so you see. This looks kind of like a hat that might be worn by the manager of a house of ill repute. It could be worn at a party for costume, or it could be fashion. Maybe someone thinks this is fashionable, but I don't see many of these. My hope is someone's gonna think it's interesting, at the very least for costume wear. It has no stains, it just needs a lint roller. So I'm gonna do way better than the $1.25 I paid for it. All right, so moving away from hats, let me grab a few other interesting pieces here. All right, so I don't know much about these. I see them in stores all the time. By doing a little bit of look online at comps, these vary in value based on the brand. So these are Berkeley brand and they're made in Germany. And these end up going for about $20 a piece. So half price is a tag on here of $3. I paid $1.50 for them. Easy $20 bill. I'm gonna do that. Quickly was going through the shoe section and I found some sandals, but they were like clogs. And I'd never heard of this brand. It's called Fly Flot, made in Italy. And these were in great shape. I can use some either nail polish remover or alcohol isopropyl to take the price tags off. But at $4.50, tons of room left on these. These in new condition will go for $20 to $30. So another quick $20 profit that I'm expecting. All right, digging through the bag. You know me, I like junk bags. So I found a toy junk bag. In this bag, it was just $2, was a model plane that says John American. And I vaguely remember some like brand like Johnny American, could be a car brand, but it prompted me to look it up and see if there were any comps on eBay. And sure enough, there were. And this is a $10 plane. So for $2, not a ton of margin, but there were two other items in here. If this helicopter ends up being worth anything, then I'm far ahead. And if it's not, the kids will play with them and be happy. So I figured it added to my volume. I'll get some more eBay feedback for having bought and sold it. All right, last two items are kind of interesting and kind of obscure. So it was low risk, potential high reward. Actually, before that, sorry. I also bought some more neckties. I'm not going to go one by one through all of them, but again, at $1 a piece, if I find the right brand, I'm gonna grab them because sometimes even if they're only worth like $5 a piece, if you sell them in bulk, you can do well. I found that there is a niche for Tabasco brand style ties. And there were numerous ones in this bin that I was digging through. So I got like 5 or 6 of them. And at $5 a piece, if you sell them in bulk, people tend to be more inclined to bid on them. So, you know, making a $4 to $5 profit, but times 5 in one lot means I'm going to make $20 selling a bunch of ties. So at $1 a piece, had to do that. Found an old fraternal organization one also. While fraternities are kind of slowly getting canceled right now, I think like anything, they're going to endure. So people who are proud of their fraternity letters, like this one, are going to want to buy a tie. And I looked up the specific fraternity. There aren't many comps, so my hope is someone's going to want this tie and pay me $15 for it. I only paid $1. All right, so now on to the interesting stuff. For only $2, I got this seat cushion that at first glance it was just Kmart, but I realized when I flipped it over, it's a game promo piece. It's for Comiskey Park, which is the White Sox park, 75th anniversary. I figure out what that fits to, but Comiskey got demolished in 1991. So my thinking is this dates to probably the early 80s based on the White Sox icon, because this was like their 80s icon. So I think a White Sox collector locally in Chicago where I live is going to find this interesting and desirable and will pay me way more than the $2 I paid for it. I'll list it under Kmart also because the more keywords, the more search might be found. So last thing is the most bizarre. It's 2 seat cushions for a program called Beat the Bear. So it was on Who TV Color 13. So I had to do a little bit of digging on the internet about this. Turns out it is a local Des Moines, Iowa TV station. And this was a show, I think about golf or sports, that dated back into the 70s. It went up to 1992. I don't know if it was paused and revived, but the cartoon on here and the age of this seat cushion points to 70s to 80s. And I went on Facebook, believe it or not, and people were referencing this show from the 70s. And so my goal for this is to maybe put out a feeler on Facebook for their network channel and see if anyone is curious or interested in these. And if they are, I might be able to sell them. One of them is split because it's old and it's vinyl, but this one is not. It is still in good condition with good color. And I think someone who's a local fan in Des Moines would want these and would hopefully pay me more than the $4 I spent on them. So I don't expect these to go for hundreds of dollars, but it was just weird and interesting. So that's why I had to grab it, because I like weird stuff. And again, I have no desire to hold on to it, but I thought it was really cool. If anyone watching this is from Des Moines area or thinks it's interesting, do reach out to me. So again, spent about $35 worth of stuff. I expect to make at least a couple hundred on all of this when it's all said and done. But now I have to get to selling. I've got a lot of items. I'm going to be putting stuff up on my eBay channel or eBay page, LC208. Please check it out if you're curious. And otherwise, if you've enjoyed the video, please like it, subscribe if you haven't. I hope you enjoyed seeing my little guy go with me to the store. And yeah, I'll see you guys again soon, probably next week. Thanks again. I'm Thrift Store Dave.